Hello and welcome to the channel Scene with Chips. If you've been here before, then welcome back. If you haven't been here, then welcome. Please consider subscribing and pressing the bell button so that you can be notified of videos that I'm making in the future. Please give it a like and a share. Evidently it helps the channel considerably if I get a like. And also please consider subscribing because, as you know, it's free to subscribe to the channel. Right, today's a bit different. I got a phone call from my mechanic, Jed, and he said, I've got a job on at the moment that I think might be quite interesting. I'm going to rebuild a brake master cylinder. And I said, well, the thing is, Jed, I can't get down to you because actually he lives 137 miles away from me, so it's a bit of a round trip. So when I go and get my bike serviced with him, by the time I get back, it needs another service. I put some more miles on it. Anyway, back to the story. Jed decided that he thinks that he might be able to film this video and then send it to me. And I thought, oh, do I let a mechanic loose at filming with no direction? But okay, we'll have a go and see what happens. So what he's going to do is going to film himself rebuilding a brake master cylinder, which I think might make quite an interesting video, even if he's doing it without any direction whatsoever. So here we go. Let's have a look at how he did.
As you can gather there from Steve's introduction, that obviously he's not with me today making this this first ever video. As you'll see as the video goes on, I'm actually filming this after we made the video. Didn't quite go to plan, didn't quite look at it enough, but hopefully there's enough information. Obviously this particular procedure, I can't repeat it, so once I've done it, it's a one film, one time, one shot sort of effort. So I didn't quite get it right, but hopefully we've got enough for you to be able to know what you're doing. So obviously this doesn't quite look right now, but obviously we changed the fluid on the master cylinder, and the lever came straight back to the bars. We couldn't get any, so it was time for a rebuild. So the video it'll go on a bit self-explanatory. It'll show you how we did it. I do apologise at the beginning that it's not the best. We'll try and get it better next time. If he lets me have a go at filming on my own, he can't always come, so we've got to make some more videos for you. So this is the best way we can do it. Hopefully if it works. If not, leave us some rubbish comments and I'll stop filming and go back to spannering again. Thank you. Okay, so we've got the master cylinder off, and I'm hoping you can see this because, as you know, I'm filming it on my own and it's a first. So we've got it off, got it on a clean sheet, got some light on it for you. Hopefully you can see it. So I know this is clean inside. I actually only changed the fluid on it the other day, and we obviously got the result we got, that we needed to put a rebuild kit in it. So I'll just show you. Obviously everybody knows how to take the lids off. There's nothing complicated about that. And there you can actually see we've got brand new fluid in it. So what I'm just going to do, I'm just going to get rid of that. So there we go, all gone, all nice and clean. Everything's clean in the cylinder, which you can pretty much, hopefully you can see. What we need to do now is remove the lever. You may be looking at this as well. You can actually, hopefully you can see that the piston's down here. So what you're actually looking at here is the piston, which is, this is the rebuild kit out to show you. This here is this piece here sticking through, and just at the back of here there's a seal, which is the only complicated part of the job, which is this. Now one thing I want to point out to you with this is, obviously you need the little clips, or if you're clever you have a little screwdriver and you float it off and then you lose it, and then you spend all week looking for it. But you know, the little clips, and then we get that out and we take the lever out. So just be careful. You may watch one of Steve's videos before. Your brake light and switch problem is when you lose this little tag here. This snaps off, so when you put it back onto the bike, make sure you kind of hook that in and that'll sort of alleviate that problem. So this is looking at this, it's got grease in it, it's got all sorts, which is good. One thing I've got to point out to you at this point, there are two different types of cylinder. You should be able to see on there it says 11/16. There is then also one we made earlier, as they say, a 9/16, which you should be able to see there as well, hopefully. The 11/16 is if you've got a twin disc, and 9/16 is if you've got a single disc. So it makes a difference because it's actually the bore size. On a 9/16 it's smaller than an 11/16 bore size. So if you're going to order a rebuild kit, you need to order the one for the bike, but be really careful. I have seen on more than one occasion where a bike's been in an accident, it's been into a shop, and they've put the wrong master cylinder on it. You can actually, I shouldn't be saying this, but you can actually put an 11/16 onto a 9/16. So you can have 11/16 running a 9/16 a single disc. It will work, but it won't work the other way around. So you can't have a 9/16 running a twin disc. So just bear that in mind when you're ordering your kit. So to get this out, it's not too complicated. All you literally do is a pair of pliers and pull it out. We can find some pliers, get in the right drawer. Pair of pliers and literally just pull that out. So I don't know if you can see this. So you get hold of it and just get a bit of a waggle and a good pull. So you can see how hard it is. It won't come out. There she comes. So just pop through the seal and you've got it out. So that's, you can see that that's, move that, so that's a good one. So you can see that that's that part of it. You can see the little seal in there. Sometimes the seal comes out as well. It is good if it does, sometimes it doesn't. Let's just see if we can pull it through. This has not been out because this bike's 20 years old. That's going to be a bit of a, let's give it a little bit of a spray. A little bit of a release oil. You can see that they don't just pop out. Some do, some don't. When you're filming it, they never do they? We'll just get another screwdriver on that because it doesn't matter if we damage the seal or not, because obviously it's coming out. And we can just get a screwdriver under the edge of it. Doesn't matter if we damage it. Wow. There we go. So that's the seal out. And you can see that is the old, that is the new. So if you get a leaking master cylinder, it leaks because this seal fails. So we'll put that there. So that's our bad one again. Right, so what happens is, there you go. So there's the seal kit. And what you get is you get this rubber here, which is the same as this. It sort of deteriorates and it wears, and it wears on the actual bore of the actual master cylinder, and then obviously you get your problems. So just give that a bit of a clean out. Don't put grease in it though, or anything like that. You're alright with a bit of WD-40, that doesn't particularly matter, it'll go with the brake fluid. You normally just flush it through a couple of times anyway. This has been off and it's been repainted because it's coming off all over my hands. So it's been repainted at some point. It was obviously pretty bad, and they've repainted it. That actually, I've got to be really honest, now I've got this to pieces, and I said this was 20 years. That possibly does actually look like a rebuild kit that's in it, because they are slightly different to an original kit if you use an aftermarket kit. This particular one that I've got here is a motorcycle storehouse one. If anybody's interested, that's the part number of it. That's for the 11/16 one. Again, the standard standard pistons are a little bit different. Actually, I'll just grab something and see if I can show you that. So as you can see, it's kind of one of them jobs that we've done before. Keep these just for various reasons. Sometimes they're handy to have even if you've got a seal, but like a genuine one, so that's been 9/16, that's a 9/16. Don't seem to have any. Oh, yeah, we do. There we go. So actually that would be a genuine one, genuine Harley one. You see it's slightly different in the manufacture of them. People say, why do you keep them? But sometimes, you know, you're in a real jam and you've got no kits and somebody's away on holiday or whatever, you can help them out and get them a break back, and then at least they can carry on with their holiday, and then they can go and have it done around. Never throw anything away really, they're always handy just to have if you lose a spring or whatever. The springs are quite good, then we throw them away eventually. But yeah, it looks like at some point it's had a rebuild kit anyway, but we don't know when. But it's definitely rubbish now anyway. So what we'll do now is, obviously we know that's our bad one. We'll just move that out of the way. That's our pin. We'll just give that a clean. So just put obviously go spring in, rubber comes. They do actually come disassembled. Before we thought about doing this video, I'd actually put it all together. So you just put the O-ring on, the rear O-ring and the rear seal, and the front O-ring, and the pin just goes on. Be careful when you put it together. This is the tricky bit. Normally put this in with a socket. I'll show you that. But make sure that you put this on, I'll show you, and not the other way around. Obviously a bit common sense, it's got to go that way around on it. Not what we normally do is actually put it on at this point and then it's on, you don't forget it. I've known people say, oh, how do you get them out again once you put it in? And sometimes you really can't do. It's a bit tricky. Just make sure that seat that it's going to sit in is clean, because that can stop it going on as well. So just a bit of oil on it, a bit of WD, just a little bit, just don't get crazy with it. And a bit on the seal as well, and a bit on the thing. So make sure you've got a bit of oil in there. So I'm hoping you can see this, I'm hoping I've got it in the right place. It's a one trip this. So just be really careful you get it in. Just give it a bit of a twist as you go in, a bit of a twist and a bit of a lean. Go on in. Can't hold it. Come on. Just don't force it. Just make sure you twisted the actual piston up when you do it. I don't think I have. Albeit I'm not sure. It should go in nice and easy really. Just going to play with it a little bit. That's it. You twist it like drunk in, you'll go in. There you go, that was a bit easy, wasn't it? And then you can see actually, you push it past that second O-ring, feel it, then it's quite solid. Right, so obviously you've got your top seal, you've got your everything else is in. This is kind of the trickiest part of it all now, is to actually get, and I don't know how this will film or not. I've done this in the past with a socket, a little socket, and just tap it in, and then just push the remainder in with a screwdriver. There's no set way and a good way of doing it really, to be fair. Over the years I've just tried different techniques of actually getting it in. Use a 5/8 socket, and then literally just get it on its end and then just tap it in. We just use a little hammer. Hopefully I'm back on the camera. And just tap it in. And then it doesn't go in. Let's go slightly smaller socket. and it still don't go in. So you can see, let me just go back to my old way. You can see it's quite a fiddly little job. Just take your time with it, just be really careful with the seal. Once you get it to start to go in, they usually go then. We've got it now. And then push it as you go. Don't use it screwdriver on the end, obviously. You'll perforate it, but you push the plunger down and then push the seal, just tease it in. I know you can't see this because I really have got to get it under the edge. And that's it, it's in. Now, don't be tempted to press, and it can damage the seal while it's still what we call dry. So obviously your seal's in, rebuild kit's in now. So you need a little bit of brake fluid in there, and then you can try it. But don't try it dry until such time you've got it. I actually normally put a bit of brake fluid in now and just pump it a little bit, and then at least it gets it around it. Be careful when you're doing it. Obviously, if you're on an older bike, you're on dot 4, you're on dot 3, and obviously on the newer bikes you're on dot 4. So just be careful. Make sure you use the proper brake fluid. So we just put a spot in there. This is the dot 4, and then you'll see it. You get a little bit of a bubble there. Obviously, it's working. That's working fine. So obviously, till we bleed it, it's going to come out here, but at least we know that it's not going to leak when we're doing it. I'll just get rid of that now, and then we'll put it back onto the bike and show you the lever again. Hopefully we've got a much better lever this time round. Hopefully that's helped you. It's really is a difficult thing to film, but hopefully it's helped you in a way. Yep, keep looking out for Steve's videos. Speak to you all soon. Cheers, bye. Okay, so we've got the master cylinder back on now, and you can see, look, we've got now half the distance, so the brake's working absolutely brilliant now. So that's fixed this little problem. Obviously, you know, this is the first time I've ever filmed this, so it's gone a little bit wrong in the sense that I've looked back on the bench and it's not too clear for you as to actually what I'm doing. And probably one of the main things I wanted to show you was the fact that there are numbers on the back of this unit here for you to clarify that you're getting the right one. So what I'm actually going to do is, yeah, it's the first time, we all make mistakes. I'm actually just going to show you the two on the bench again, so where the numbers are, because obviously once I do this procedure, I can't go back and refilm it again. Obviously when Steve's here, he can see it, he knows what he's doing, he can see what I'm saying and I'm showing him, and he can make sure that's being documented. So we'll just show you the two cylinders again, just to clarify for you. Hope it's helped you. I'll get it a bit better next time. Thanks very much for watching. Okay, so as I promised, I made the mistake, but I can see what I'm filming now, and there you can quite clearly see 11/16, which is for your dual disc, and you can quite clearly see now a 9/16, which is for your single disc. So yeah, I do apologise again. Hopefully you can kind of see where it all happened. It's not too complicated. It's just a bit scary if you've never done it. There's nothing hard about it. Yeah, have a go. All the best. Thank you.
Well, he didn't do a bad job, did he? Without any direction or production. No one to help him, just filming on his own. Not bad for a first attempt. I don't think I'll let him do it too many times, though. But anyway, it did a good job. It showed what entails in rebuilding the master cylinder. And if you're looking to do that sort of thing on your bike, I hope it helps. Okay, bye for now.